And on the 23rd of October, 2007, while everyone was glued to CNN showing you Southern California burning up, it was the most incendiary thing. You were there.
I was in Calabasas watching the flames shoot off the top of the mountain.
I was in Kennedy Airport coming back in the country, and at immigration they had two big screen, flat screens back to back. So it didn't matter if you're going left or right through the Serpentine. That's all I saw. And we're all staring at that. I want to ask you, where was the gridlock? Because that day Congress passed a bill by 404 to 6. Where's the gridlock at 404 to 6?
That's right.
And what was the nature of the bill? It was called a thought crimes bill. I talked about it for a minute in my speech, House Resolution 1955. Now it's before the Senate as S 1959. And Senator Kerry was out in Pittsfield on the 11th of January for a kickoff for our Democratic organization. I asked him, how are you going to vote on S 1959? Oh, I don't know much about it. I said, you must promise me that before you're called to vote, you will have read it. And I advise you to get someone you respect as a constitutional lawyer to read it with you or give you his opinion or her opinion. Because...
Would you promise to read every bill that comes before you?
I can't vote on something I don't read. What kind of responsibility is that to people that I'm asking to support me to have the office?
Have you shared that you're a lawyer, that you're a criminal defense lawyer? So that
it's in my brochure, but I don't tout on that because a lot of people feel all those politicians are lawyers, and it may not be a plus in many of the public's eye. But I'm proud of it. And my work has been in public defense of indigents charged with crimes. So I'm dealing with constitutional issues every day, but it's from the pits up. It's not from the Congress down. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I cannot tell John Over that I've met you until I meet you.
Well, my name is Robert Feuer. People call me Bob. Terry?
Sarah McKee.
Sarah McKee. Sarah.
I know the town you mean.
So
You're an Amherstian?
I am an Amherstian and could not count the number of communications I've made to John Over asking him to back impeachment.
Thank you.
It is not acceptable for our civil liberties to be eliminated.
Correct.
And that's exactly what's been happening.
Not only that, he voted for this thought crimes bill. You know how he's told us about gridlock this and gridlock
just a minute.
that?
Tell me about this.
House Resolution 1955 was passed on the 23rd of October 2007, as I was telling Kevin, right?
Yes.
I was telling Kevin, we're all glued to the television because the most incendiary thing in the history of the country is happening. Southern California is in flames. 750,000 people are being displaced from their homes. 70% of the Earth's avocado trees are crisp. They all don't produce fruit ever again. And so while we're going like this, the gridlock disappears. And 404 to 6, including all 10 of the Massachusetts contingency, vote for House Resolution 1955. Of course, it carries at 404 to 6. And now it's before the Senate as S 1959, and you should be in touch with Senator Kerry about it. But what it is called is the Homegrown Anti-Terrorism bill.
Oh, that's terrible.
And it sets up a new House Un-American Activities Committee where the president can say, I don't like you, I don't like the color of your chin. Off with you in the orange jumpsuit. And you don't see any constitutional rights to a lawyer. You don't even hear the charges against you. And you're subjected to torture somewhere, which this administration has demonstrated to Congress. Do you know our Congress people have been sat down in a private showing of 1,800 slides and videos of human torture perpetrated by this administration? Can you imagine
all
the
of
lights
the
come? I'm not sure it's all.
Congress people.
It was in the Judiciary Committee, and then the effect was that they became intimidated.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do you think will happen when Dennis Kucinich is defeated in Ohio in March? Do you think anybody will ever raise their voice against this administration in Congress again?
It's unlikely. Very few.
I will.
Very few.
I will.
Okay.
Because it's my country, not theirs.
But